20 years. He said everybody here felt the same.
It's week 15 of the 2030 season, and our focus is on the Lions' superstar running back. He's one of the highest scoring backs in the league, ranking 5th in rushing touchdowns. It's the Lions and the Dolphins, and it comes your way next on EA Sports.
Welcome in, everyone, to this presentation of the National Football League on EA Sports. The final 4 weeks of the NFL regular season is upon us. Welcome to the home stretch. Welcome to the booth. Mike Tirico with Greg Olson. Partner, it's week 15. It just feels like a horse race. We're at the top of the stretch. Now it's the sprint for home.
And up until this point, Mike, every team's goal is, can we be in the conversation for the playoffs in this final 4-week stretch? Where here we are. And if you've done that, well, man, there is nothing more exciting than playing NFL football at the end of the regular season when you're in playoff contention. But for those who aren't, this is where you have an opportunity as a player to extend your career, get invited back to training camp next season. A lot of teams' years are made at the end of the year, and a lot of individual players' careers are made down the stretch here in these final couple weeks.
This will be returned from the 6, and he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. So that Detroit offense taking the field for the first time. Number 1 overall pick in 2016 leads him out, Greg. It's quarterback Jared Goff.
It's not often that you can win by multiple scores in the NFL, so you got to imagine they're coming into this week's game with a lot of confidence. They were able to put together a pretty well-rounded performance in all 3 phases last week. So, again, can they build off that? Can they continue to grow as an entire team? Because offense, defense, and solid contribution from their special teams, they showed last week, and going forward, this is going to be a hard team to beat.
Wow, indecision right away. Delay of game to start this drive.
Still first down.
They'll go play action with Goff. That's caught. It's Brooks out of the backfield. Here's 2nd and 9. A run out of the gun with Brooks. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. 3rd and 9.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
From the gun, it's Goff. That one on target to Williams. He's got it. A pickup of 14 on that one. Good for a Lions first down.
I really like the rhythm that this offense has found. I mean, that 3rd down, that wasn't a layup by any means, but they made it look easy. Everybody was exactly where they needed to be. The quarterback did a nice job working through his progression, saying, okay, I understand this is zone defense. I understand where the limitations of the coverage are. I'm going to get to that spot on the field as fast as I can, deliver the ball, pick up the first down.
And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 39-yard line.
Throwing, Goff. That's out to the flat, and it's complete.
What an advantage it brings a defense when you have cornerbacks that are such willing tacklers. It just brings an extra element to the ability to defend the entire field, and this is a great example here why.
Open man, left side, he's got it. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
Well, I think it's pretty clear what the week's plan was, and that was to get the quarterback in a rhythm right out of the gate. You got to imagine as the game unfolds, they'll sprinkle in some runs. But so far, it's been a passing game to get this game started, and that last one results in a first down.
Williams in motion. Off the play fake, here's Goff. Look wide, get this one complete. Putting the tight end in motion. A second down throw for Goff. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back.
I think the rest of those receivers in the huddle have all come to the realization that they might not be getting a target anytime soon, and frankly, I don't blame them. I mean, they're riding the hot hand, and rightfully so, until this defense proves that.
That one, take it in. Touchdown, Lions. That's the 5th touchdown for him on the year. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
McLaughlin, good on the extra point. And the Lions will take a 7-0 lead. Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Miami offense will make their way onto the field, led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Tua Tagovailoa.
And while I don't think that stat line last week had him up for any sort of awards, if I had to guess, he'd much rather have a modest game and a win as opposed to throwing for a bunch of touchdowns in a loss. The biggest thing that he did, Mike, he took care of the ball. So as long as he continues to do that, they're going to have a chance to keep on winning.
And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. To throw is Tua. And that is incomplete.
I'm going to give a lot of credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was plenty of time for the quarterback to work through his progression. I thought the protection was actually pretty solid. But at the end of it, there was just nowhere to go, and he had no choice but to just throw that ball away.
And no return on this one. Fair catch signaled for and taken. The Lions offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he has been a tough guy to contain all season long, as reflected in those numbers that you see there. On 1st and 10, here's Goff. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Williams in motion. On 2nd down, Goff. Pass complete. It is St. Brown. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. 3rd and a yard. To throw is Goff. He'll get that into the hands of Williams. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down. This is intercepted. And he is going to score. A pick 6 for the touchdown. Well, they just tried a very short throw, and instead, the defense takes it back the other way, and they come up with a big play, scoring the touchdown.
Mike, for how fast he jumped that route, it almost seems like he was in the huddle and ran the route for the quarterback. I mean, he was there before the receiver, and as you said, there was nothing left to do but take it all the way back the other way.
Extra point by little is good. And the Dolphins will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. A safe kick taken at the 5. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has come out of the gates hot. He's been on target with his throws, and that's reflected in those numbers as he'll look to keep it going here. Goff to throw on first down. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's 2nd and 6.
At the 31-yard line.
Receiver in motion, headed left. Throwing on 2nd down. Goff. It is caught left side by St. Brown. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Here's a handoff to Brooks. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Like the old adage, you run to set up the pass. This modern offense nowadays, we're starting to see that flipped upside down on its head. Typically, the success of the passing game is what allows teams to have success like this in the run game.
That's right side and brought in by Williams. A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. All even on the scoreboard. And we are back to the Motor City in a moment. One of the tight ends in motion right. On play action. Oh, no chance there. Under a heavy rush, he goes down.
Sometimes these rushes just all come down to the speed, and watch how fast he's able to get on the quarterback here, Mike. He hits his back foot. He's got nowhere to go.
Now, Goff. He'll let this go deep for the end zone. And that ball out of reach toward the sideline. It'll be an incompletion. 3rd and long. Goff to throw. And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield.
Quarterback just has to get this ball out of his hands. I understand giving your guy a chance to pick up the first down. Let's see if he can get some space downfield past the sticks and put one on him. But once it's clear that's not going to work, this ball either needs to be thrown away, checked down, but you certainly don't want to continue to go backwards.
The Dolphins offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. Fires quickly. It is complete on the slant. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Tua gonna throw. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. 3rd and 6. From the gun, here's Tua. He'll go left side here and complete this one. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
First down.
Opening carry of the game for the speedster, Devon A-Chain. Big gain on the ground here as he takes this up past the 40-yard line.
It's definitely nice to have one of those bruising, punishing backs, kind of help wear down the defense. But I'll tell you what, you can give me a flat-out electric runner like this guy any day of the week. He can turn on those jets, get in that high gear, and he is gone.
And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. Here's 2nd and 2. Now A-Chain. No dice there. He is met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the first down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on 3rd down.
And that is incomplete.
So the hope is your 1/3 down conversion from really jump-starting a possession that ultimately leads in points, but after that 3rd down incompletion, kind of throws a wrench into those plans.
Now a fair catch, and it's going to be a long field. They'll take over right about their own 13. The home team's offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And he's been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers here in the first half. This defense is going to need to find a way to key in on him because he's eating them up right now. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
They'll bring St. Brown in motion. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. And that is incomplete, but now a penalty flag comes in late. He might have been caught with his hands in the cookie jar. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They send the tight end in motion. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down. A run with Brooks. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. Jalen Phillips in on the stop. Here comes 3rd and 6.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Goff to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is a letdown there. Pass looked to be on target. No catch. And now 4th down. Here's their punter now, as he's on to punt for the 2nd time.
Fair catch. Signal for.
Out comes Miami and the offense to get started on their next drive. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now, Tua. That's taken in by A-Chain. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. In motion, it's Waddle. A shotgun snap for Tua. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
Just another example of poor decision-making. I mean, making a bad play even worse. There's nothing there on 2nd down. Just throw the ball into the stands and move on to 3rd. Now you take that sack, and it's going to take a miracle to stay on the field.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the first down.
Even though they gave up that last completion, Mike, that's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean, from the beginning, on those early downs, keeping them from staying ahead of the chains, put them in a tough third down situation, and now it brings up fourth down, and looks like they're going to get off the field.
Here's the Detroit offense now, headed back onto the field. They'll work in a tie game here in the second quarter and get started with 1st and 10. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. From the gun, it's Goff. Quick throw, taken in. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down. 2 minutes to play. First half, all tied at 7. Greg and I back from Ford Field in Detroit in a moment. They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage. And he'll be taken down, but good enough to keep this drive going. It's a 1st down. Throwing, Goff. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. Try again. It's 2nd and 10. Back to the air. It's Goff. Quick throw out wide. It's caught.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play. And on that 3rd down, they thought an easy way to pick it up and get some positive yards would go to their quick game, but it didn't seem like the receiver and the quarterback were on the same page, and now brings up 4th down.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Dolphins offense ready to take over once more. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. That's complete. It's Waddle. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. Here's Tagovailoa. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8. Here's Tagovailoa. Quick throw here is complete. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Tua to throw again. He'll go right and find his running back. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the 1st down. Tua going to throw here on 3rd and 1. And he's going to have the 1st down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going. One final throw before the break. Looking middle, and he's got Myers. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this 1st half of play.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll begin up at legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. And it's the Packers who have the lead in that one. The Packers trying to hold on and claim victory. From there, let's hop over to New England. Check out the Patriots at home in Foxborough. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. The Titans seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. Finally, we'll save the biggest for last as we head to AT&T Stadium to see what's happening with the Cowboys at home in Arlington. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. Jaden Daniels leading the way there. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. Could not ask for more from that first half. All even as we begin quarter number 3. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. The Dolphins offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. Low-scoring game, all time, third quarter, and a touchdown here could go a long way. See if they can get it on this drive. First and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's A-10. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Once again, it's A-Chan. And he's going to be taken down at the 37.
Well, there's not a whole lot of fancy going on here, Mike. This is just kind of old school, line up and run smash mouth football. It's exactly what they did, but it still ends up in a big gain, and he picks up the first down.
On the handoff, this is A-Chan. A gain of 4 as he's taken down.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Back to throw is Tua. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
Really nice job there defensively, playing the integrity of that zone defense so well. Anytime an offense is running these crossing routes or these underneath drag routes, they're trying to cause confusion with the underneath zone defenders. In this case, they all stuck to their reads. They all played their responsibilities, and they're not able to pick up any additional yards after the catch.
Punt team headed out for the Dolphins as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And this one's going to land out of bounds as they'll mark it inside the 20. The Lions offense and their running back set to go once more. And he's been a huge factor in the passing game all season long. In fact, he leads all NFL running backs in receiving yards. On 1st and 10, here's Goff. His throw left side is complete. And they're going to get this all the way up close to the 40-yard line. So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. Williams in motion. Off the play fake, here's Goff. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. And now, after that last play, the challenge flag is out, and we will get a review right here. At issue, was he able to stay in bounds? The NFL rules, you're looking for either 2 feet or a body part that is not a hand to be down with possession of the ball. No bobbling, the ball not moving around. He has control, so that's what the referee is looking at here. So the challenge is not successful, and that will cost them the first of their 3 timeouts for the half. Give it up the middle to Brooks. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
2nd and short. Normally, this is a great time, Mike, to put the ball in the air and try to press the ball downfield. But in this case, they keep it on the ground. Has a similar effect. They pick up a good gain and a first down.
On play action, Goff. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
The best play-action teams, Mike, what they do so well is they make every play before the snap look the same, whether it is run or whether it is pass. And making the defense have to identify and respect both options, that's the key to play action. Down and distance and pre-snap identification. If all those things are right, you don't even have to be that good of a run team to be very good on play action.
They bring a tight end in motion left. Throwing here is Goff. Open man, left side, he's got it. He's going to have the first down, so they convert on third down with a pickup of 9.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
On the handoff, this is Brooks. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 23-yard line.
They'll go play action with Goff. That's caught. It's Brooks out of the backfield. He did a good job of making one man miss, but could not get away from this defense in the end. It turns into a loss of yardage. From the gun, on third down, it's Goff. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on third down? It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up 4th down. Job number 1 on this drive, find a way to get the lead. They, of course, would have loved to score a touchdown, Mike, but 3 points here, that's a pretty good consolation prize as it moves him out in front.
This will be returned from the 6. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense make their way out to take over once more. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. Tua on the fake, gets it to Waddle.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
A shotgun snap for Tua. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, take it in over the middle. First time they've looked his way all game long, but he comes through with the grab and a 1st down. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. A throw on the move is caught. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. On play action, it's Tagovailoa. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack.
The idea behind man coverage is you want to get up and challenge the receivers, throw off the timing of the route and the quarterback's progression. And it's a lot easier to play man coverage when you've got guys up front.
Under pressure, he's going to go down again. They've sacked him for a 2nd consecutive time.
This is a really common play call in these real 3rd and long situations in the NFL, Mike. You're trying to count on the defense either selling out on a blitz and catch them on the screen, or playing super soft, get some blockers out in front and catch them off guard. In this case, they do neither. What you don't expect is the quarterback to be taken down for a sack.
Punt team comes out. Dolphins going to kick it away, as he's on for the 5th time this afternoon. Fair catch made here. The drive will start at the 23-yard line. The home team's offense ready to take over as we check out the playoff race in the NFC. Still plenty to play for as the temperatures dip and we hit the final month, the money month of the season. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Tight end, the motion man to the right. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. In trouble, and down he goes.
And I like the idea of moving the pocket. It makes it harder for the defense to rush the passer, but you have to account for the end man on the line of scrimmage, and that guy's job is to set an edge. Nobody gets outside of me. In this case, the quarterback. You've got to be better protecting your edges anytime you put your quarterback on the move.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's third and long. From the gun, it's Goff. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the first down.
They pick up a nice chunk play there through the air on third down, but it's not quite enough to move the chains. Now the question is, how aggressive is this head coach willing to be as he tries to extend this drive?
Fair catch is called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. The visitors' offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Here's a give to H.N. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's 2. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
He'll be forced to just blow that one away. It's incomplete.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. The Lions offense ready to get back to work. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. Thrown left side, the catch is made. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. 2nd down and 3. On the ground, it's Brooks. And he'll work his way for about 4 yards. That's good enough for a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Another try with Brooks. That one never got started. Defensive pressure too much, and they drop him in the backfield. So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. Tight end on the move left. On 2nd down, Goff. The coverage too strong that time. The ball batted away and incomplete. 3rd and long. To throw is Goff. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
That's a throw that's going to make him cringe on Monday, Mike, in the film room. At this level, quick hitters, those quick, easy passes, those should be borderline automatic. But it was anything but this time around.
This one fielded out beyond the 25. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Dolphins offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Tua. Quickly to the outside and complete. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. A run up the middle with Achane. He is met and dropped. Good defense. Loss of a couple on that play. Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. Now it's Tua. Now a screen set up for Achane. And it looks like he's going to have the 1st down. What great work after the catch to extend the drive.
1st down, Dolphins.
Tua going to give it to Achane. And that is going nowhere fast. Disastrous play. A big loss.
What you love about these running backs, Mike, is that their confidence is that they can make every play a big play. But in this case, sometimes you have to know, all right, it's over. Cut my losses, try to get back to the original line of scrimmage and survive to the next down, but tries to make this play extended, takes a big loss.
Tua. That's taken in by Achane. And he won't get away. Good open field tackle there to get him down behind the line. Time now becoming a factor as we get to 3rd down. Here's Tagovailoa. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
Mike, most of the times, what do we refer to being the blindside protector of the quarterback? The left tackle. But keep in mind, this is one of the few left-handed quarterbacks in the league. So where does that burden fall? It falls on the right tackle. Everything now for this defense is a little bit flipped. That left defensive end working the right tackle. Now he has the opportunity to rush the blind side, and you can see the result.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. A carry now for Brooks. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. We'll go once more with Brooks. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. That is a worrisome development here late in the game. Give inside, it's Brooks. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. Here now, 3rd and 5. They'll drop to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. So we get to a pressure kick, and here's Chase McLaughlin. This to stretch the lead to more than a field goal. And this one right down the middle. It's good. A big 3 points as they extend their 4th quarter lead. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. The visitors' offense ready to see what they can do. The deficit, 6 points. A touchdown here would be mighty nice for the offense. See what they can do on this drive. 1st and 10.
That play had sack written all over it, so that's a great job by the quarterback, not only escaping the initial pressure, Even though he doesn't gain a whole lot, he's able to pick up some positive yards for what looked like a disaster in the start.
18 yards on the connection. First down, Miami.
A gain of 18 on the play. And the Dolphins first down.
Now Tua. He tosses over the middle. This one is caught. And he's brought down, but they are out of timeouts. And that's going to be intercepted. Oh, big hole left side. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Detroit. Late in the game, a big turnover goes back the other way. A back-breaking score.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, Mike, you're just trying to make something happen. You find yourself trailing, less than 2 minutes remain. You're just taking some chances. In this case, the chances backfire, and the other team's able to capitalize and take it all the way back for 6.
So it's a win here for the Lions. They're able to build on the solid performance of a week ago. And they make it 2 in a row with the victory here in this one. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Lions as we say so long from downtown Detroit.